The issue of public ownership and democratic control of energy was quite a few unions had formal positions supporting that, but we're not doing very much on that issue. So the project helped pull those unions together and then brought on board unions who had given up on the possibility, sort of agreed in principle, but didn't think it was realizable in practice given the current political realities. So in recent times, there's been unions being more visible on the question and being reinforced by the sort of realities of a growing climate crisis, growing economic crisis, the need for jobs, and the need for just transition for workers in the fossil fuel sector. So it's part of a changing narrative in the trade union movement. I think the public ownership of the old form is considered to be inappropriate. I think that's sometimes the stick is bent too far the other way towards more local expressions of energy democracy defined as more and like participatory democracy terms, on the view that the lower down you are into the community, the more democratic it is. That's an ongoing debate in the Trade Unions for Energy Democracy network, because we are talking about big energy systems need to be integrated across, not just across countries and regions, but across continents. So this doesn't lend itself necessarily to local control or local autonomy. That said, renewable energy has got the potential to be very decentralized. So it's not that there will be a totally centralized system, but I think a public service, public goods model is the way to go. Jeremy Corbyn's approach, I think, adopts both in Britain. Sort of adopts a sort of a local municipal level idea. I also feel that you don't need to win a popularity contest in certain policies. If you look at public ownership of power generation in Britain, that's got majority support. It was as high as 70% at some point, but it's not a burning issue for a lot of people because the electricity is there and you turn on the switch, and most people don't go further than that. But if you remember, Margaret Thatcher back in the 70s, it was elected in 1979, and the word privatization didn't even appear in the Tory party manifesto, but it didn't stop the government acting. So sometimes, yeah, it sounds statist and top down, but sometimes you have to act and then ask permission afterwards. Because what we're talking about here is a sweeping change is going to be needed, and public opinion is going to be important, but I think it's already there to move in a decisive direction. People want to do something about the ecological and climate crisis, but they're not sure exactly what to do.